Every year, hundreds of thousands of people vanish. Some are found within hours, some are found years later, and some are never seen again. At first glance, these disappearances seem completely random. They happen in different countries, to people of different ages, each with a different story. But when researchers started mapping these cases, a truly disturbing pattern began to emerge. What if people don't disappear randomly at all? What if they vanish in specific, predictable clusters? Let's look at the sheer scale of this problem. Globally, millions of missing persons cases are reported every single year. In the United States alone, that number is over 500,000. Now, the good news is that the vast majority are resolved quickly, often within a few days. But about 1 to 2% remain unresolved long-term. That might sound like a small number, but it translates to thousands of people every single year who simply fall off the map. If these disappearances were truly random, we'd expect them to be spread out evenly across the country, relative to population. But they're not even close. The geography tells a fascinating and chilling story. When you plot these long-term cases on a map, clear hotspots appear. You see clusters in major urban centers, especially around transit hubs. You see them in remote national parks, along specific highways and transport corridors, and in border regions. For example, big cities naturally have more reports, but even when you adjust for population size, some areas still have significantly higher rates of disappearance than expected. Meanwhile, vast rural areas with similar demographics report far fewer cases. This is not what randomness looks like. Patterns also emerge when we look at who goes missing. Young adults, especially those between 18 and 29, are disproportionately represented in the numbers. In multiple countries, indigenous populations face disappearance rates that are many times higher than the national average. People experiencing homelessness vanish at alarming rates, and their cases are often underreported and underinvestigated. While men go missing more frequently overall, it's women and children who are more likely to become long-term, unresolved cases. If disappearance were truly random, things like age, ethnicity, and social status wouldn't matter this much, but they do. Even the timing shows patterns. Disappearances spike during late evenings, on weekends, and over holiday periods. There are even seasonal trends, with warmer months consistently showing more missing persons reports than colder ones. Random events don't follow a calendar. Human systems and behaviors do. So why do these clusters form? Why aren't these events random? Researchers point to a few overlapping factors. The first is opportunity. Places where people are transient, where they can pass through unnoticed, are natural hotspots. The second is vulnerability. Certain populations have less social protection or visibility, making them easier targets. Then there's the environment itself. Remote terrain, harsh weather, or a lack of surveillance can make a disappearance much more likely. Finally, it comes down to predictable human behavior. Our routines, our habits, our travel patterns. Most disappearances aren't the result of a single dramatic event. They happen where risk quietly accumulates. In other words, people don't just vanish anywhere. They vanish where the conditions allow it. So are missing persons randomly distributed? The data says no. The maps say no, and the demographics say no. Disappearances follow clear patterns. Patterns shaped by our society, our infrastructure, our inequalities, and the opportunities they create. Once you see these patterns, the question changes. It's no longer just, why did this person go missing? It becomes, why do certain places keep taking people over and over again? Thanks for watching. If you found this topic as compelling as I do, be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the patterns that shape our world.